In preparation for today's debate, I put out an all-stations call to my constituents to establish their opinions. And by Jove, they have many questions about what's happened. But today we need to focus on what we do next. So we must do all we can to assist those Afghan people who supported the British efforts and who are now at risk of retribution, namely the thousands of interpreters still waiting to leave. And it would be optimistic to assume the air bridge will remain open much longer, and I urge the government, as others have, to ramp up the substantial efforts already being made to maximise this brief window of opportunity. And I too commend the Secretary of State for Defence for his tireless work over the past few days. However, despite the need for expedience, we must ensure our national and border security is upheld. And we must prepare for an influx of refugees, and these are areas of concern to my constituents. Now, Mr. Speaker, the Defence Select Committee has just undertaken an inquiry into the experiences of women in the military and female veterans, and it saddens me immensely that we will now see the re-emergence of the oppression of Afghan women, and no more so than the women upholding democracy in the military, media and Parliament. And I urge the government to consider them with preference within the Citizens' Resettlement Scheme. Now, I've been talking to many fellow veterans, as we all have, and they unilaterally hold a deep and fresh grief for the loss of service lives in Afghanistan. And I want to reassure them that for those who served and made that sacrifice, they did so meaning terrorists were denied the ability to launch attacks on and in Britain, and for that we are eternally grateful. Of the 457 service personnel who were killed, 32 were from Wales, including Guardsman Shadrach from Wrexham, whose anniversary of his death was yesterday. 2,200 were physically wounded, and countless are left with mental scars. And we must do all we can as a society, as a Parliament, to support those people. And finally, I'd like to name the 4 service personnel from my old corps, the Intelligence Corps, who paid the ultimate sacrifice. Sarah Bryant, James Bynum, Jabron Hashmi and Oliver Thomas. Thank you.